Welcome back to another episode of Disco Elysium. I'm World Undone. Thanks so much for tuning in. We have been playing this game for a very long time. I took a look at how long to beat for this game, and it said, totally completionist. Your time is going to take like 31 hours. We've been playing past 31 hours, and yet, here we are, still in this one playthrough. Now, obviously, doing a Let's Play like this takes a little more time, but I am enjoying this. Regardless, it would be nice to be finished with this game soon. I am going to keep ranting a little bit because, the big thing about this game, and I think the game is trying to get you to be like, no, there are other things about this game that you need to be concerned about. The big thing is, of course, who killed the hanged man. Now, we don't have a definite suspect yet. My theory right now is the lady driver. Who I don't believe we've met yet, but I think that's the most likely thing. Just based on everybody that we've met and heard about so far, the lady driver seems like the one. And the fact that she was with the Hardy's boys when the hanging occurred, I think that makes it even more likely. So, I think it's about time that we finally talk to Joyce Messier and get the info that we've been needing from her. Joyce, how many years has it been?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Interesting. How many skill points do I have? Yikes! Alright. Wait, where exactly are these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
Wonder who these eyes are.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely. That would give them a read on the entire quarter.
I see. Okay.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
She's trying to conceal her excitement, but the slight glimmer in her green eyes tells you otherwise. The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours.
I'll let him handle it.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
What was that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, man, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
A grimoire. A page of a grimoire. Get it? Yeah. I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse in faith? Is it because you're an ultra-liberal?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Gotcha. Alright, I assumed that Joyce... Well, I guess she is kind of new. She's so old and experienced, I just assumed that she was completely trusted in the company. But it's possible that Wild Pines doesn't fully trust Joyce either. Do you need a security detail here on your boat, away from all things?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They're meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Tribunal, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
Interesting.
They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Kind of sounds like you've lost control of the situation, Joyce. Also, I'm assuming that this is where my bonus to fighting people in the ceramic armor comes into play. I assume I'm going to have to fight one or both of these dudes at some point, so that is going to be interesting.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allows some of the more militant Union members to subdue him.
But we know that didn't actually happen.
He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Tribunal contractors carry out their orders, for now.
Another thing I'm thinking is the smoker on the balcony, Martinez. Maybe it was one of these guys who talked to him initially.
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they
Oh.
are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Okay, this is become a lot more intense than I was expecting.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
I have to say, this is not disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
She grabs hold of the mainsail.
if you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
Do we actually have a time limit on this?
They would have to project strength and power.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
Yeah, for the Hornet. I have seen a Hornet invade a beehive, and usually the beehive wins.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true, Lieutenant W. Frater de Bois. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
What can you tell me about Krenel?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
I think I remember that.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welschmann-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
I still don't know what a fourth world country is.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes, all the good conflict corridors. Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands. Countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Tribunal.
Could you contact the company? Tell them to call it off.
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
Why haven't I met any of these people if they're patrolling the town?
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who did the passing on then?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
This does not come as news to us, but still. To your knowledge, where did this assault take place, if you know?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
I know the woman you're talking about. We have it under control.
Good. Then you've made progress. It's imperative that you move fast. The tribunal will not be patient.
This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
You don't know how you know. It's not written on her face, nor in her voice. But she had sympathy for this man.
You liked him?
Liked is a bit strong.
Hmm.
He was the most charismatic among them. He handled all the talking. His departure left a major gap in the group's communication skills.
And his name was...
Lely.
Lely?
His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
There's a pang of regret to her voice.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first
Aha.
to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
I getcha. Well, very, very clever, Kim.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction. we
Oh,
saw
yeah.
already. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
So what was the name? Lely? Lely, yeah, okay. This is important, where are the remaining 2 mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
Right.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Okay, great. Where are these mercenaries?
This is so embarrassing. You have no idea. There's something wrong with your brain. Luckily, the lieutenant still has his.
97% and I get snake eyes. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay.
Ma'am, with all due respect, I've been around Martinez, and there's a giant hulk of a man in ill-fitting clothes at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work. His heart really isn't in it.
Not a terribly good actor, that one. Still,
Wait. Is he one of the mercenaries?
And the other one, the Pole, must be in one of the 4-story buildings overlooking the roundabout. She was reporting back to you while we were canvassing the lorry drivers.
Okay.
that would afford a good vantage point. Still, I hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
We need to know where they are so we can figure out how to avoid them. Not sure if we should talk to the right to work guy. How much time do we have? This is a great question.
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There is a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Yeah, I figured that. Okay, that's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
There is. Now can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She reaches over the guard wire, rather, and takes the photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Let's observe her expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. She has no excess of emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before? It's likely.
I wonder where she has. What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like stars in the sky?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
So what travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this,
What is that?
Revachol.
Oh.
Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Inter-Islary Age.
You said you can't read it.
Yeah.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Somewhere in an office
Oh,
lit
God.
by a
This
single
again.
green desk lamp, Captain Ptolemaeus Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in a ledger on his desk. Rows and rows of days and weeks, laconic remarks in a single column. Patrol, case, vacation, injured.
So I was having a conversation about playing this game recently, and somebody pointed out to me, it's not pronounced Esprit de Corps, it's pronounced Esprit de Corps. Esprit de Corps. So I apologize for pronouncing it incorrectly for this entire playthrough. But, there you have it.
In Martinez looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service industry. Or what? Service history. My mind's elsewhere.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
It could go this or the other way. Maybe if you're tactful, it could be beneficial.
I wonder how important this is. I need the information.
Do what you have to do, Detective Dubois. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
So I've been dealing with the Vrart again. She nods with well-contained curiosity.
She's not even asking you anything. It's so easy to just say.
Sure.
Did you now? What sort of borscht is he making?
The cook makes it to keep the strikers drunk. Helps them strike.
The strike brew. That's a classic. And by turn up the heat, I presume you mean put more alcohol in it?
No, you misunderstand. I turned the knob like this.
Beyond curious. I will choose to interpret that as you turning the alcohol in the strike brew down. For the sake of our professional relationship. And because I don't like the idea of them any more drunk than they already are. What else?
Alright, I don't see any reason to tell her that.
Of course, Detective. You can always drop by later, should something come up. Now, what else can I do for you? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Okay, no snake eyes this time.
What is all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
What world is this?
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you see?
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough. There is a term of endearment they coined for it. In the DeLorean century. When humanity was high on this world. Discovering more and more of it. These archipelagos included.
Is it Elysium?
Elysium.
Ooh. Title drop, baby. Elysium. The world needs a term of endearment.
It does. There are those who would call it hell.
What is hell?
A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the petro-fascists.
I don't feel like I've got the whole picture yet.
Oh, you want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit.
No space travel. How come?
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
Inside sideways? What shape is this world then?
We used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
Is it an oblate spheroid?
ORG. Occident
Nice.
British
I could definitely use some money. Ooh, that reminds me. Yeah, it's been a few days since I recorded the last episode, and I need to afford a tape player. So the more money I can get, the better.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three scientific contributors, they're piecing together a dark grey corona.
Coronavirus.
Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, But if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
I don't understand.
A cold fear seeps into you.
The Pale? And what do you mean Corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness.
I understand even less.
I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here. But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together. However naive it may sound.
A fractured Corona doesn't feel like it's going to bring anyone together.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
Well, if you say it's disco.
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides. The lieutenant observes you both, silently. He adjusts his glasses.
You said pale. What is pale?
The Pale is not, technically speaking,
What?
part of reality.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. We do have a case to attend to.
I'm confused, Kim.
His voice is low, but firm. All she can say is,
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
What do you mean it's not part of reality?
Ma'am, remember you are dealing with a very sensitive and impressionable police officer who is still recovering from a
Come on,
recent
Kim.
episode.
Don't leave me hanging like this.
The Lieutenant's right. Let's change topics. What do you want to know? Anything.
Alright, I got a couple people to talk to without Kim around.
you could sneak back later when the lieutenant is not here, unless you can convince him to step aside.
Volition, it's possible. Yeah, that's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
No, that's it. What are you?
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Where's it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Actually, now that I hear superstar and law official in a sentence, they sound weird together.
What are you, deaf? They're perfect. Like rock star politician and drug addict teacher. Embrace the superstardom you've worked so hard to establish.
I'm no superstar.
Yeah, a cool, trash superstar. Big dick cop down on his luck. Salam Rocky by here. Badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
Wait, what's that about a ludicrous fantasy world?
Yeah, you know. Beneath it is just heartbreak, a pulmonary tract infection, atherosclerotic disease. This is where you say action and reconceptualize all that. Reinvent it as the world's first celebrity police officer.
No, I'm too downbeat. I won't say those things anymore. Is this because I've been saying how much I like disco? Because I'm just going by what my character likes. Okay, ask Joyce about the Pale, ask the scab leader about the tattoos. It could be interesting. Alright, so what's next? Well, let's take a look at the map here. I could talk to the cargo container door somehow. My thoughts. See, measure head, no. Map wall, no. Warded door, I forget what that even is. Shivers, huh? Disbarred door, I'm not sure if we're ever gonna need to, ever gonna be able to do that. So what's next? What's next? Well, why don't we check out the tape player in our room? I'm pretty sure it's just completely busted, but who knows? We might at least earn some experience from checking it out. So... no. Let's see. Oh, there's Fuck the World and his friend. Okay, there's everyone. Oh, I can talk to this guy. And I can talk to my police buddies. Hello, police buddies.
Again?
He looks
Yes?
like he really is having trouble believing this. Alright, so let's see if the tape player works. Wait.
Good. You're up. Listen.
Oh, God.
It's a suspicion. Or a feeling, really. An Earth every day.
Come on, game. Stop bugging out on me. Kim tries not to look at your broken down bathroom door. What about this one?
Kim also tries not to
Yeah.
look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet. Or the weird suitcase on the hat rack. Or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
This is who I really am, Kim.
The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape. And not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor.
Can I pick any of these up for, Tara?
Where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of vomit in here.
You're looking at the destruction?
He nods.
I'm sorry for this.
No problem, officer.
He takes a step towards the door like he'd like to leave. Unsurprising. Right, so tape player, do you still
The
work?
compact tape player is still and silent. Seems it has completely broken down now. There's no fixing this one.
This would have been very helpful with the Megamix. But it isn't anymore.
Yeah. Any ideas?
My kinema only comes with radio. Let's try to find a new tape player. Perhaps we should talk to Roy at the pawn shop. He has stuff.
He does have stuff. Wish there was an easier way to consistently make money, but I can wish a lot of things. Doesn't make any of them true. Now, let's talk to the smoker.
Hi again, Gendarme.
I need to talk with your Sunday friend again. It's about committee business.
Oh, a committee. How interesting. And if I may ask, Gendarme, what is this committee about?
It's about assigning la responsabilité.
God, of course it is. My friend is always trying to convince me I need a little more responsibility, as though I don't have enough going on already. In any case, I would love to help. But the thing is, I don't know where he is. We don't talk about everything, you see.
He gently taps the end of his cigarette with his forefinger.
He might have mentioned something about making a tour of some historical sites up the coast. In an unofficial capacity, of course.
Do you know when he'll be back?
Not a clue. I'm not his agenda keeper, you see.
Right, I guess I'll have to look for him along the coast.
I guess you will.
He tips his head ever so slightly towards you. Alright, well,
Bye-bye,
it's
Gendarme.
past noon now. Yeah. Alright, stroll along the coast, that's fine. Oh, I have to sneeze. Ugh. I have to cut that out. Alright, so what's the plan now? We can talk to you. I don't think it's really gonna help. Let's try talking to Alice.
Inside, you see
Yep,
a set
yep,
of
yep.
steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Did you find out more about the owner of the armored boots?
Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Alright. Please connect me to Sylvie again.
Just a second, officer. Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer.
Malaika.
Yes. Hello?
Hey Sylvie, it's the police again.
Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Do you know who made that call?
No, sorry. People don't...
So the Union has a...
Seems like Klaasje wasn't lying when she said it was her. This corroborates her story. She made the call.
Okay.
She iseth the fairest of them all. Ugliness of lies would never escape her lips.
Keep it in your pants, drama.
Yeah, go on.
Alright.
You hear the call
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
No, I'm done.
7th?
in the cabin.
Okay. What next? What next? What next? Oh, there's this guy who we betrayed his trust. Give me a freaking break here. So, what is there to do now? How do we find this woman driver? Oh, we could talk to... What's his name? I don't think we even know his name. We just know he's a racist.
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again? Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to... Apples. Fine.
He's given you the run.
No, nothing special there. We could talk to Vrart. Let's talk to Call Me Manana. See if he's got something new to say.
Hola, Wandering Man. Okay.
Okay, what else is there to do? I feel like talking to Klaasje would be helpful. Alright, let's talk to the scab. Might as well.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Are you a mercenary hired by the Wild Pines?
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that around here. You understand?
An honest scab, huh?
It just has to be said. That was not a convincing lie.
Hell no, I'm just an honest scab? That doesn't sound too convincing.
Fucking loincloth.
He stares you down mutely for a second.
Loincloth? Now you see, that's not really what a scab would say, is it? Better not to press the issue further, sire. He seems tense.
Is there a tribunal being convened by any chance?
Fucking bug.
He breathes out slowly, his giant chest deflating and his mouth slightly open.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
The lieutenant says, his voice is soothing calm. He looks at you.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now. Somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time.
Okay, I'm backing off.
The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back on.
I think you may be able to help me decipher some tattoos.
Don't think so.
He grunts, barely glancing at it.
Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea.
Was on your colonel.
Wordless, he takes the photo and looks at it. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving. You see dead flesh in colorful rivers of polychrome, melting skin and hair.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Loincloths?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what the tattoo means?
What it means.
He points to one tiny star in the web of lines, away from the man's heart, almost on his stomach.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Yes.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission. He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
He licks his lips as if drunk suddenly.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
The king keeps warning me not to do this, but don't have any other avenues.
Our boy. He's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon...
His voice gets strangely quiet, a long, long way from right to work. His gaze pierces the paper.
At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old.
Alright, this may in fact get quite graphic, so if you're not comfortable with that, skip ahead, please.
She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted. Expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch.
Yikes.
God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits.
Whoa.
Her cold body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now.
Alright, I can see why this was a bad idea.
Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
There's a word on the tip of your tongue. Colorless. Odorless. It's...
You were there? Evil.
You bet it was. No. I was in the domain. In Jamrock. Being a bouncer.
What is evil?
It's just... nature. This guy, he used to say evil is when nature and spirit meet in the wrong place.
You're not really a scab leader, are you?
Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off. But...
He's under orders. And orders are orders.
Can I have it back?
Go ahead. All right now. Free commerce! Keep the goods flowing!
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin.
I'm just gonna leave now. Boy, that was an intense conversation. Maybe one of the most intense I've had the entire game, if not the most intense. Ask another, huh? Alright, well, we could talk to someone in one of the high-rises. Well, let's visit the Terror Machine. We gotta make money somehow. Oh, wait. The yellow roses in the window. Those aren't the flowers that were left for Klaasje. Okay.
The tear machine stands. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money...
Alright, well, it's a living. So what now? Can't ask the racist lorry driver about the lady driver anymore. We could talk to Kuno about the Insulinian Phasmid. One thing I need to do is pass the time until my Wasteland of Reality thought is finally done. 9 hours and 5 minutes left. That's a lot of time. A lot of time. Okay. Well, there's one thing I can do. Wait, no, not this. Let's go to the map here. Because we need to increase our logic. And maybe our empathy. Okay. Yep, let's do it. Okay, map. Oh, wait, map is here. Let's fast travel to the church. We'll change our clothes. This is something I've been doing off camera, and I'll continue to do it off camera. And we're back. Alright, let's use some of these skill points. God, we've amassed so many to increase our logic. Beautiful. It's already really high. Probably because we're wearing all the logic clothes. So let's talk to Kim.
Yes?
Look at you.
Nice.
It's because you're a failure. They sent you to Slight, Precinct 57.
What? No, that can't be right.
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late and argues with his necktie. You weren't sent here to win.
Kim, what if my precinct sent me on this case because I'm a fuck up. Like, as a bit.
I've considered it.
So it's true.
It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional. But I also think it's somewhat unlikely.
Why is that?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
Ah, so you are their finest.
I am the finest of nothing.
Do you really see me as a safe bet?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there.
Should we kiss?
So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Aw.
He's right. There are no airtight theories, just paranoia. You've given it some thought. Now let it go.
What about me? Good.
Alright. So, another level up. Great. Time to make it over to the tent. Try to figure out what these boys are planning.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
A number of things.
Wow.
Let's take a look.
I think that was the first time I've ever gotten a double six. So, good job me.
How about gather around, kids?
Okay, kids, now gather around.
The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused.
Sometime in the past, I'm not sure when and where, but betrayal was involved. I fell sick and became the shadow you see now. But before that, I have reason to believe I was a police detective.
But you still are.
I was good enough in this job to be awarded the rank of Lieutenant Euphrator. I could have been captain. Imagine that.
What happened?
It smelled so impossibly sweet.
He doesn't know what to say.
Now, obviously, that might as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective left in me.
The young speed freak is silent. He senses something is wrong.
This isn't the makings of a club, it's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
Where's his friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker. You only have one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction and anodic music. Other speaker.
You have no headphones. Wouldn't Estelle need her headphones to spin tape?
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
I know you pawned them. Likely for lab equipment and drug ingredients.
I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
The distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
There's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Against the law?
I meant to say, not true.
So what are we gonna do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
You tell me what's really going on and we'll work from there. I can be lenient. Oh god, I'm getting a phone call. Oh no, it's just an alarm.
What do you mean by lenient?
Not calling backup and hauling you all off to the pen. For starters.
Okay, man. Okay.
He raises his hands.
Things are just so hard for an entrepreneur in this city right now. It's not like we lied when we said we want to turn a church into the wickedest club in East Revachol.
Because we do! We totally do!
We just need to turn it into a speed lab before.
To get our foot in the door.
And why did you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
They're not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But the sign was way off too.
I couldn't feel the love at all. Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
This is it. Judgment time.
Alright. Give me your cash.
Come on, man. Really?
What, you want to be arrested?
The young man doesn't move. His earrings rattle from the tension. With his jaw clenched, he says,
No fucking way.
Yes, fucking way.
The would-be leader points at his friend. His finger shakes in the air.
without a word, the other speed freak pulls a red wallet out of the toolbox and hands it to you.
Nice! Alright.
Disdain is palpable.
I needed
His
some
eyes
money.
pierce you like lightning as he lets
Beautiful.
go of the wallet.
Alright, we made rent. I wonder if we can afford the tape deck now. Alright. Let's do this clean. No speed lab, just a club for anodic music.
Yeah!
The young man's smile widens to inhuman proportions. His teeth beam in the floodlight.
I knew it.
The would-be leader drops his spiked head between his knees.
It's impossible now. No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for anodic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
What's that about a fish?
There needs to be a club for anodic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
I like Egghead. Let's call this incident crime prevention, but I've got my eye on you.
Okay. We'll try to do it without the drugs.
He raises his head from between his knees.
We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels and nothing but. I swear to God. Okay, Egg? From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
Phew.
Goodbye, officer.
Fantastically done. Alright. Look at all that money I got.
Huh? I see you're here again. Off-sign, man. Did I mention getting us into the church would help?
I saw a sticker on the padlock. Can you tell me anything about it?
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Okay, it's a yellow circle, the human face, with X's for eyes and a smile underneath. I think the X's mean the guy is dead.
Good, good. What did you want to know?
Was I right?
Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right. And I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy smiling to the entire human race.
Why do you think that's so?
We're all the same. Same eyes, same smiles, same death.
Okay, what does it mean?
He defeated history. We are
What?
living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
He blinks, waiting for the next question.
I think we've exhausted the subject.
I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
Noid. So I looked up the thing with the Noid, and it turns out it wasn't a mass shooting, it was a hostage situation. So, slightly better, but still not a great look for Domino's Pizza. What about now? Are the signs alright now?
Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment.
What?
You heard me.
Cool. Alright. So I might do some of this off camera, but I gotta figure out the thing with Egghead here.
We're close. True, hard, full car. Hardcore. Yeah!
This young man adds a capital G for the H in his yegs and args. This produces a guttural, Gotwaldian accent and makes him sound more animal, more in it. Or maybe it's not Gotwaldian.
Nice.
Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging by his name. Could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation?
So is this the famous Van Eyck I'm hearing?
You know about him?
He moves his mouth, but sound doesn't come out. His eyes are the size of saucers. Looks like you've rendered him speechless.
You know Van Eyck?
Yeah, I'm a major achehead.
Wow.
The skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I! So am I!
He begins to shake his head so everyone would understand.
Oh, is that why they call you Egghead? Because...
Oh!
Naked to the mega! The K became the G! The boy became the man!
Achehead.
The Advent?
Well, that was something, and I got a little money out of it.
We're close. True. Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Here comes the night! We're close. True. Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Internally coherent. All core! All right! Gotta get the people going! I'm the party boy. It's my job.
What is a party boy?
Hardcore party 25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style!
No.
We're close. True. Hardcore to the internally all core.
He furrows his...
Hardcore! Ah!
Is it though?
One mind, one...
Alright, I don't know if I'm able to do this. Turgunner Mega Mix. Solve the egghead puzzle. I can do this. I can do this.
We're close. True. Hard. Full. Core. It's hardcore. Skibbity.
Your cop tra...
We're close. True. Hard. Full. Hardcore. Yeah.
This young... Or maybe...
The Y to the E to the A. Yeah. We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All core. All right. Yeah.
He furrows...
Hardcore.
Is it though? But is it? I mean really? No, but seriously.
Oh, I did
I'm
it.
a bit worried it isn't.
He frowns and starts bobbing his head back and forth once more.
Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
He turns pensive all of a sudden.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
He thinks for a moment, then his expression clears.
It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
It's only ultra hardcore.
It is, isn't it? I knew it. But how could it become harder core? I know the answer in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hyper, how could anything be?
It sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is a question?
No! This is the answer!
Try to think if... I'll try.
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head. Oh yeah! He's
I'm
doing
trying.
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
My imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police.
Uh-huh.
It's not gonna help.
Oh.
I can't help you with this right now.
Yeah!
Oh god, physical instrument. This thought that's been lasting, hours is really, really killing me. Are you a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation. No
Well,
vote,
wait.
but class vote.
So you're not a thought reader, you're a communist.
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to
Oh.
yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Elysium. She was a communist, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like, I've heard that a lot on Twitter.
Yeah! With the rebel yell!
Does that mean you're a thought reader?
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he is. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as fault reading.
Yeah, sometimes I've had... yesterday I was looking through Wikipedia, just hitting random articles, and I was thinking about, like, my name, And then, like, as I was thinking of it, something with my name came up. Not my first name, but my surname. And it was really, really quite creepy. Now, I know it's like, oh, okay, it's just odds are something like that's bound to happen eventually. But, creepy.
Yeah! Revershon imperative!
Unless you were thinking Revershon imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with eggs yelling. I know what you mean.
You're right, I wasn't thinking that.
Hardcore superstar!
Tell me something else, Egghead.
Yeah!
Or Achehead. Is your real name Jermaine?
Darkcord hardcore! Jermaine Egghead!
Basically, yes it is.
Okay. Why are there lungs on your belt buckle? Oh, isn't that a reference to, what's her name? Her Innocence Lawrence Day?
Lungs are for love!
L'amour, la compassion, l'autodiscipline.
Love! In a woman's lungs. Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on and on. Cause I've never loved someone like you before.
Is he actually kind of religious?
Alright! Here comes the night!
Alright, are we friendlier now?
Huh? I see you're here again. Nah, you heard me.
Alright. Well, it was worth a shot. I still haven't figured out how to sing karaoke. But we'll leave for now. Let's pick up some tear. I may have enough to make rent, but I don't know how much this tape deck is going to cost. Well, anyway, let's pay our rent. And then move on. Go back to the Martinez waterfront. Wait, can I fast travel to the cargo door? No, I couldn't. That was just a check I could make. Alright, pay rent.
Hey, was there? Got the 20 real?
Here it is.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another thing. Great. I
Oh.
love those.
I'm not gonna snitch on her.
Yes.
So what else is there? Can I talk to you?
I've got nothing to say to you.
Okay. I should change into more normal clothes. Let's put this on. I'll put my lieutenant's cap on. Might as well. Alright, that'll do for now. How can a bar be out of vermouth? Oh my god, such a bohemian. Right. Yeah, time to talk to Roy.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes.
Shopkeep, this Stereo 8 approved machine here.
Is the Harmon Waushi W2.
Oh.
Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel format. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
Well, that's not so bad. Are you sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech. Found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
Who doesn't like music? Can I get a discount on this boombox? A police discount?
A discount? I do have to keep the lights on, man. It's 12 real.
How does 10 real sound?
Sounds like a rip-off, but okay. I can make it 10, but no lower.
Thanks for the discount, man. Here's the money for the boombox.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Alright, well, that works surprisingly well. Wait, what's over here?
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. The print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him Other words, Helmdal burning.
Let's sniff it.
Smells like worn cotton. And has old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
This could be the crypto-fascist's shirt.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
It's already got plenty of photon emissions.
You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about?
That's a rad Man from Helmdal t-shirt you've got there.
Hell yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one was just pure exemplar.
You must be a serious Man from Helmdal fan.
A fan? No, I wouldn't go that far. But I do think the Helmdalaman saga is an integral part of our shared reality.
That sounds pretty far to go, considering you don't consider yourself a fan.
Most people don't think that the man from Helmdal really existed. But they're wrong.
What did you mean the Man from Helmdal was real?
I mean, even if the man from Helmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
As simple as.
Okay.
He sounds incredulous.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Helmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
Alright, I'll try not to make the Aurora Borealis jokes here.
Very, very unique energies indeed. Geomagnetic ley lines, one might even say.
So how much are you selling this t-shirt for?
2 real.
Ooh.
That's dirt cheap.
Cool, I'll think about it.
You should.
+1 physical instrument, +1 shivers, and -2 authority. Yeah, let's do it.
Welcome to Helmdal, officer.
I've got the money. Hopefully I can solve this case soon. Oh wait, hang on. Alright, let's head outside first. Let's see here. And let's find out if we can play this tape. Yeah.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
I just noticed I'm carrying the boombox on my shoulder.
You push command set, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
I thought the elephants were a metaphor.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally.
Alright, so this is Lily.
I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style.
Kohoi?
Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
I clicked in silence. The rest of the tape is empty.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
What was that at the very end? Silence?
End of recording.
What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave.
Aha.
Edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
I agree. He also sounded inebriated.
Still.
The lieutenant looks at the tape. You are familiar with this look now. It's his look of suspicion.
There's more going on here than we know.
It seemed authentic indeed, but...
There's more going on here than we know.
Who's this Cordy? We already know.
Cordy could be short for Cortenar.
Cortenar?
One of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to. Probably the mountain at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work.
What's Kohoi?
A village on the Samaran Isla in South Safri. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
You think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service.
Okay, then, what now?
I think we've got a few more questions for Klaasje, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony. At least to some degree.
Sure.
As you take out the tape, the boombox tunes itself back to the cheery radio again, spewing out beats like it's a Friday night. The contrast feels chilly, inappropriate even.
Gotcha. So, let's talk to Klaasje. And let's unequip this, boombox. Right. Anything else here? Doesn't look like it. Let's check out this window again.
This window is
Okay, nothing.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
Titus Hardy gives a recording where the deceased states his intention to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table. This does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as a target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Those are the exact words he used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
She picks the cup back up.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Kohoi was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Why say things like that? Machismo? Machismo?
Yes, was he bragging?
Kim. What was that?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. To keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
Persona.
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that.
Funky, huh? Funky like the guy at the gates?
He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezut all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
When he said he was done, and done mentally, it didn't sound like a joke. It sounded like a deeply troubled man.
Hold on, he said he was mentally done. That sounds like a broken man to me.
Well, maybe I pieced him back together with my magical personality.
I can fix him. Weren't you afraid?
Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy Boys recorded? Your mother probably never told you this, but girls are evil. Had I the physical robustness and social support, I'd be in Kohoi. I would be tearing it up Soldier of the Apocalypse style.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? In Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details.
Aha.
She seems okay to talk about it.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Now that you've had some time, can you tell us more about the victim?
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Sounds familiar. Tequila Sunset.
Lelystad. That's a good start.
Huh. Good thinking.
We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
Where is Lelystad, the place?
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
You're both from Oranje?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrijk. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
How old was he, miss?
He was 42.
Oh, cool.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
Yeah, life with drugs will do that.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no.
The memory makes her smile.
We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Looks like you were right, officer.
The lieutenant taps on his notebook once, as though assigning some kind of point.
Points are good.
Yeah.
Have one, you old dog, before we all die.
Didn't know this was a competition, Kim.
It isn't. Police work is a cooperative sport.
His eye color?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face.
He said... I don't know, I think you do kind of have feelings for this guy.
Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
Didn't sound all that soft to me in the recording.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
Interesting. I, too, have stroked his hair.
Oily, isn't it? We have that in common now.
Kim, I said to put the brilliantine on the form. Do I get a point?
No.
But I put it down.
Okay, sure.
Yay!
What
Thank
else are we
you.
missing, officer?
He had a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
It was a map of his service industry?
Sure. Service history. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
For showing off to chicks. Well, you're a chick.
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason. He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hard. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bad shit there. Killed some loincloths."
Yep, sounds pretty fun.
And so it goes. Star after star. Port after port. Third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
You were the woman in this.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell us precisely what these mean?
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Oranje needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money.
The government? I thought it was private.
He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort.
Sweet.
Then he killed some people in the Semenine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Not a very fun story.
It is when you're high. It can be very exciting then. You have the tools to deal with it. It's not a very nice story to remember when you're sober. A change of topic?
Tell me something odd. Did he enjoy his death?
Why do you ask?
It's just a feeling I have. Indulge me.
Well, it's wrong. He had too many drinks to down and too many bad things to do. Couldn't tap out just yet.
Everything checks out here. It's all A-OK. Good answer.
We requested a semen screening from processing.
Good for you.
What do you think it will tell us?
I don't know how a semen sample works, officers. How many days after intercourse does it have to be? I don't even know if he had sex with someone else. We didn't go steady.
Did he put the pin on, or was he too shy?
Is she avoiding anything? Technically, no.
Oh, technically.
See? There's something off here. This one must know she's deploying flares and countermeasures.
I think we're finished with this line of questioning.
All right.
The lieutenant puts the slip back in his notes and observes the young woman for a moment.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
We'll return to this later, miss. What are you?
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42.
That's what she said.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old.
Where is this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Kim, how old do you think I am?
Huh?
Yeah, how old do I look?
How old? 58.
Oh my god, that's really old. Really?
You asked.
Maybe you're wrong. You're wrong about the deceased, too. He was way younger.
He was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week.
I feel like I've been decomposing for longer than that.
On the bright side, you've been getting a lot of exercise lately.
The ravages of Al Ghul are nearly as extreme as that of death itself, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
There's silence. Then a little more.
Awkward.
Here it comes. Mercy.
Sure, you're 42. Let's go.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Bring it on, baby.
To the laboratorium.
Date of birth generator. Cool. Alright, well, so you still got 7 hours with this thought. Yikes. Alright. Anything to do here?
The same small, heavy door.
No, not really. Okay, so what to do now? I guess we talk to Titus Hardy and his boys. So, gotta endure this long cutscene again.
It's you again. What is it?
Yeah. Just come over here. Quickly. Alright. I talked to Klaasje about the tape. And nothing. She stands by what she said.
That fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
She pretty much laughed it off, Titus.
Fucking fuckity fucker. And what did she say then? That it's fine. People are supposed to be like that.
Titus, she said she would like to be a little door gunner herself if she could.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? No good goddamn psycho whore.
Seems like they wanted to give Klaasje a second chance to play along. She still didn't.
Alright. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. Fucking.
Oh, Titus. You used to be so calm and collected. What happened, buddy?
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Yeah, listen to your mommy, Titus.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
I think you had a lie plan, but she didn't play along.
I asked for your opinion, not a bedtime story. Tell it to your grandma.
This tape was the last chance for her to do what was planned.
But she didn't. She knows she can't lie to us, unlike you.
Fantastic. So now, you remember how to do your job. I'm so sick of this piss. We should get something harder in here.
Yeah, guys. We should get a party going tonight.
Why?
Maybe not then.
Wow, that didn't last very long.
Success. They admitted to unlawful collaboration to derail the investigation.
Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
Yeah.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck on!"
He throws his beer can down.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
There's silence in the room. Elaine starts saying something, then thinks best not to.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? What we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
All your friends are suddenly not so cooperative, Titus.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Ooh. Push Titus on the tape. Alright, I talked to Joyce. The merc you hanged, his friends are coming for you.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Cronell.
Yeah, you got it.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Yeah, they're forming some kind of tribunal, and they're coming for you.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Is Glenn armed?
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
This Cronell is bad news. You know that, right?
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army. And the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals. Special forces, as you said. They're not a gang or a Barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. Don't forget, we're listening in on their communications. Their shit is way apart.
They should equip a thought that compresses their shit together. The mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Will they pierce ceramic armor?
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
Yeah, see what? That they don't?
Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor.
He takes a sip of beer to bide his time, then tries to get the last word in.
You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal.
Fair enough. Joyce said they've gone rogue. Nobody's controlling them.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
Oh god, what do I say? Okay, I'm reviewing my options here. I mean, okay, they're gonna wipe you the fuck out, Titus.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
He really doesn't like you ruffling their feathers like that on what might be the eve of battle.
Too bad.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit
Ooh.
every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
Alright, I'm gonna take off. Oh god. Alright, so I gotta level up my rhetoric a little bit. Or not level up, but at least equip the clothing to get the rhetoric moving here. Okay. So I'll be right back. Alright, wasn't able to get much out of that, but might as well try it out. Okay, it's gonna take ages for you to walk over to me and cross your arms very slowly. Alright, we'll try it.
Convince
Beautiful.
Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter.
One of his boys will.
Just remember, it's about more than Klaasje. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility.
That's it then. Case closed. We're going home, Kim.
Huh? He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Let's see. Because of some chick.
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right, Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the Wild North.
They just hang you, shoot you, whatever. They can't even remember.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
The old man reaches for his belt, but his voice is strangely calm. Theo, didn't you used to run things?
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do. Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo.
Okay, or what? Are you gonna kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus!
Oh, he was dead before you hanged him.
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31.
All right, we're getting somewhere.
Got this under control.
I sure can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
The lady driver?
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him.
Ooh.
After a long walk along the coast.
She walks off without looking back. But... Bye, Felicia.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions.
Alright. So you didn't kill him. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
Why?
Because the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
The girls?
Girls plural. There's another girl. 2 of them. Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
I'm sure they will.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
Alright. What happened Sunday night?
Klaasje came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know. Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How'd you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Huh.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
I should really end this episode here, but we're actually getting somewhere. What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles.
So that's why the window was replaced.
It means they'd been fucking.
Tibbs patched the window. and the corpse we hanged.
Alright, I think I do got to end the episode here. This has been one hell of a development. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Next episode, we're going to find out a little more information about who actually killed the hanged man. And maybe we'll actually get to stop this playthrough and start playing something else. So anyway, thanks so much for joining me on this journey. I will see you next time. This is World Undone. Take care.